You know, God, I was trying to find all the pictures. Scary. My back's killing me. When's the last time you did yard work? Last weekend. I had one of those nice Friday hours. CMP.
Hope you install your front end. It is great. You handed it to me, so one by one.
Heads up, your phone. You might be in the bathroom.
Wait, what do I do?
Don't do anything. Be aware there's a camera as well.
Don't never tell me something wrong.
Calm down. Do not focus on the shot. Come back.
When I'm nervous, I sneeze.
Do not sneeze.
Okay, I'm holding it.
That's enough.
Welcome to this Thursday night in the NBA, right here on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Washington Wizards here in Capital One Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Tyrese Halliburton.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. In the front court, the forwards Mathurin and Siakam. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. And it's Toppin in at the 5. And for the Wizards, George is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's George. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Sarr in at the center position. When your team is looking at a back-to-back, how do you approach the first game of the 2-10?
Well, I think you may go to your bench a little bit more early, lengthen your rotation, especially if the game isn't all that close. You're not going to see any starters play heavy minutes in that situation.
Are you thinking as a coach we have a better chance against this team than that team? Does it ever enter that kind of conversation?
It definitely does, but it could also be a dangerous approach if you think there's a particular matchup that doesn't favor you in some way.
Halliburton for 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
A lot of people think you shoot much better at home, but if you really look at the league-wide stats, it's only about 2 to 3 percentage points different on average.
MP passes to Sarr. Nembhard against George. Back to Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
This is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and rolls. He understands how to take advantage.
Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Tim, watching Alex Czar, it's clear he can be a defensive game changer.
Well, his versatility is what jumps out at you, Kevin. Able to guard the three-point line and protect the rim. He's everything you want in a shot blocker. Timing, length, and verticality.
Here's Middleton. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. And here's George for 3. Good on the triple. George has got 5.
Red hot out of the gates. Keep it rolling.
To the paint. Here's Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
What a phenomenal athlete Siakam is. Just taking off and finishing with power at the rim.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Czar with a screen on Nembhard. George finds Czar. And Czar throws it down.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to beat himself on the highlight reel.
Here's Mathurin. 14 points from him the last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Cleveland played phenomenal. He had 25 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. Greg, we'll see if he can keep rolling here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
And even without that 3-ball dropping to him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
It's George on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by George. 8 points for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Wizards making a switch here. Kispert's checked in. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Look at the Lakers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard. Hard to crack into that top 5.
And with where Washington is, they've held serve halfway through the season. Not much movement. I'm sure they're just fine being in the top 5.
And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with a maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Clock at 4. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 14-4 run right now. George passes to Czar. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Czar's got 6 points.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
And so George will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Kispert finds MP. Back to Kispert. Middleton on the wing. George against Walker. From the arc. And that one is off. And so it's MP making things happen for the Wizards. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Right back after this break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play. And it's Champagny in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Inside. Shot's good by Furphy.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. ICP is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
McConnell in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. All sorts of time. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
No, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Out to the wing. 3-pointer. Rebound by Kispert. Wizards leading by 12. Here's MP. MP stuffs it in off the drive.
Well, MP sensed his opportunity and did not hold back on the drive.
Pass to Neesmith. Siakam, right side. Here's Huff. There's a screen. Here's McConnell. Misses off the left iron.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the dunk by Kispert.
Smart play by young MP. Saw his man, might have a better look, and he found him.
For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Nets in Brooklyn. And now, Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication. We're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Guys?
They win by committee. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach, and I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Washington making some changes. Alexander Saw, he's checked in for Kispert. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Carlton Carrington. Halliburton passes to Toppin. Pass to Mathurin. Back to Toppin. And Nembhard has it in the corner. Indiana again missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
George in the post. Defended by Mathurin. Kicks it out to MP. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 16.
The shots like this are big for MP's development. I love seeing him capitalize off the catch.
And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. 36 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Cullen passes to MP. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. MP's got 11 points in the quarter. For the Pacers, they come in off the loss to Brooklyn.
Well, you never want to concede a game before you play it. That said, though, they were just overmatched.
And honestly, this is kind of what we expected. They ran up against a team with a very talented roster, and they just got overrun.
Indiana substitution, number 13, Tony Bradley.
Here's George. He had 25 points in the win against Cleveland.
But he also picked apart the defense with his passing. I mean, this guy can really read the floor.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. Stolen by George. And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll return shortly.
Big Diesel, Kenny the Jet, Ernie Johnson here. But before we dive into the scintillating analysis of the first half, let's check out the power rankings.
When I look at the Wizards holding steady at the 2 spot, that placement on our ranking scale.
I'm sure it keeps them up at night. That's the power of the power rankings, about equal to a half a cup of coffee.
Well, if it's going to keep them up, I have a product that should put them to sleep. I got all the products, baby.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Wizards.
When a team is moving the ball like this, Shaq, they're tough to defend.
Yeah, their mentality is, I've got a good shot, but you've got a better one. It's a coach's dream.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from George.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
Pacers trail by 21. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. At the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. In the front court, the forwards, Mathurin and Siakam. And it's Toppin in at the 5 down low.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
Pass to Nembhard. Siakam left side. Offline with his 3.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Halliburton with the steal. That's tipped.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
MP looking around. George sets a screen for George. Down low. And there's George. That's good on the assist by MP. George has got his second basket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Nembhard. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
George dishes to MP. Sinks the triple. George has got 24 points.
Well, all systems go here early on. That's 3 in a row since Jump Street.
Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Nembhard, a screen on McCollum. Buries it from three-point range.
Making use of the corner pocket. Halliburton, such an elite-level offensive player.
It's stolen by Nembhard. To the inside, Mathurin. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
What a great sequence. You've got to love the effort. That's big time.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And stolen by Song. Middleton the pass to MP. And the dunk by MP.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Pass to Toppin. Now Mathurin. And the three off target.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's George. Nembhard grabs the board. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Indiana again missing. For Washington, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Steps back to the middle. Mathurin against Middleton. Just 4 to shoot. From deep, George. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got his third assist on the night. There's a minute left here in the third quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Stolen by McCollum. MP with it. Halliburton picks him up. And stolen by Siakam. To halt the run. And Tyrese Halliburton gets the three. Halliburton's got 6 in the quarter.
Saw the defender closing, and Halliburton got it away in a hurry.
MP right side. Kicks it out to McCollum. And a wide open look for MP. And again, Washington with the triple.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Nembhard. Now, here's Siakam over George. MP getting it done for Washington. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Johnson is out there with Kisper. Then it's Koulibaly. Then there's Marvin Bagley. And it's Carrington in at the point. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. Pass to Huff. Outside, Walker. Indiana moving the ball around. Siakam, good.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Now Kispert. Bagley with a screen on Siakam. Back to Carrington. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Back to Walker. To the left side wing. Here's Siakam. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. So for the Wizards, Champagne's checked in, and George is subbed in for Johnson. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Kispert kicks to MP. So, GA between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game format, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA. And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic, because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Nembhard against MP. Halliburton outside. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with a 3. Kicks it out to Siakam. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Washington. It's stolen by Mathurin. Back to Toppin. Here's the 3. Benedict Mathurin, and that's good.
A young guy who is ready to attack. Mathurin gets the ball and goes straight into his shot.
Pass to MP. The Wizards with another miss. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Kispert setting the pick for George. Now, Kispert. MP outside. To the paint. Here's Champagnie. Toppin covering, and it's good for 2. Champagnie's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wizards.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
An unpredictable guard. Halliburton has a great feel for when to score and when to pass.
Carrington with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. And here's MP for 3. The Pacers pull it in. And here's Halliburton. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.